that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's our public concerns night, viewers. It's Wednesday night. Remember that. This is the only show in Trinidad and Tobago, viewers, that highlights the road condition, the box drain condition, the MP not being visible in your area, the councillors not being visible in your area. This is the only program in Trinidad and Tobago that does that. We are live on Synergy Network from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the following day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. With that, viewers, Real Talk Credit Union Information is also offering you the opportunity to open a savings account for your children, for you, for the grandparents, for the next door neighbor, any amount of family member you have, and you want to open a savings account at Real Talk Credit Union Information. Viewers, our numbers are on screen. Now, our office at number 14 Carolina Savannah Road and 132 Siparo Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. We are open from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. viewers, both office. So call any one of these numbers that you are seeing. Get in touch with our representative, set up an appointment, come in and open your account. There's a requirement list, viewers, just like any other financial institution. So, it's our public concerns night. Real Talk is also offering you 4% on a fixed deposit. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we are the only financial institution in our country of Trinidad and Tobago that is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. So here what you need to do. Check your bankers, check your financial institution, see what they are offering you and compare that to what we are giving you. And then you will know where you are getting value for money. You know, we love to use this term, value for money. You're only getting it at Real Talk. Remember, I am Saieed Ali. I am the Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies. Real Talk Group of Companies is built on Real Talk Real Estate, Real Talk Security and Intelligence, Real Talk Equipment Rental, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. And the new one to join our list of Real Talk groups is Real Talk Credit Union Information. So viewers, there you have it. 5 companies under Real Talk Group. So when you tell yourself, oh, Saieed is this and is that and is the X, no, I am a successful businessman in Trinidad and Tobago and outside of our country. I just want you to understand that. I am standing on solid ground. I am the only man, or this is the only program that got about 10 or 11 legislations and amendments passed in less than 2 years. Who did it? Real Talk with Saieed Ali. All I feel like is like candle and joke. Navar is my boy here, you know. 12 just like candle, you know. Navar business growing because he lighting candle and praying. My business growing because I lighting candle and praying. And if you want to light candle, well then come my side. Come my side, I go light a candle for you. But don't tell me light it on nobody here because I go cost you. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, a little update. The Commissioner of Inquiry Chairman apologized for delay in the Paria LMCS report. Chairman of the Commission of Inquiry into the Paria LMCS diving tragedy, Jeremy Lynch, KC, has apologized for the delay in providing Trinidad and Tobago with his final report. Lynch said he did not anticipate the volume of evidence that he needed to go through, which exceeded what the public saw on its website and the evidential hearing. After the public hearing in January, Lynch promised to complete the report by Easter. However, on May 1st, he issued a new order and press release detailing the timeline. Salmon letters. Now, Trinidad and Tobago. While other commissioner of inquiry gave a deadline of August 31st to submit its report, the President Christine Kangaloo, Casey Lynch aimed to deliver in July. So viewers, let's hope, let's pray that these divers and them get justice. Those who have to be held accountable, let's just hope that the family will get closure, and those who have to be jailed will be jailed, who have to be fired will be fired, and who have to pay for negligence will pay for negligence. It is all we can do at this point in time. But Trinidad and Tobago is anxiously awaiting the report, the final report of Jeremy Lynch. Moving along, Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this. Minister of Social Development and Family Service, Donna Cox, have stated that legislation is coming to give government the authority to remove the social displays from the streets and public spaces. So Trinidad and Tobago, do you think that the government needs a legislation in order to move street dwellers? Do they need a legislation for that? I don't think so. Unnecessary money. You don't need a legislation. Well, in that case, I would say that they need a legislation also to move stray dogs from the streets. How sad. How sad. I'm going to tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, that's not we're going to be worse than some countries, you know. We're going to be worse than Ethiopia. The sad part of it, you know. Take what I am telling you. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that the government will do its best to make sure that the newly proclaimed Procurement Act works for the benefit of everyone in Trinidad and Tobago. On April 26, President Christine Kangaloo proclaimed dozens of sections of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act No. 1 of 2015. Dr. Rowley noted numerous challenges faced by past government to implement effective public procurement legislations. He also rejected claims from persons that the government was obstructing the proclamation of the law because it had interest in acting in the acquiring or the awarding of contracts and other activities. Under the law, the PM said the Office of Procurement Regulator does not award contracts. Dr. Rowley added that one of the most important things at this stage was to ensure that the public service understand how the law will be operationalized in our country. It's some bacchanal. It is some bacchanal in Trinidad. You know they had a song where they sing a bacchanal, and a bacchanal, and a bacchanal, a bacchanal, a bacchanal. You know that song? I believe David Rodden sang that song. Yeah. All remember that song? It's bacchanal in Trinidad and Tobago with the heads of government, starting from the president's office. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that no personal ties are figured in the selection of senior counsel, but only professionals. Qualifications, as he defended the selection of the 18 persons who were awarded silk. At a media conference at the Diplomatic Center, Rowley said, the process used for selecting senior counsel dated back to 1964. And it was him, not the Attorney General, who selected the 18 senior counsel. How come the Prime Minister could do something like that? Is he a member of the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago? Or is he overriding his power or abusing his power? Just imagine Trinidad and Tobago, the Law Association of our country. They didn't say anything. Why did they say nothing? Why? Noting his oath of office, he said he examined where the application stood in the profession. Listen to this.
This process of selecting group or groups of lawyers to carry that station of senior counsel dates back, well it was Queen's Counsel then, and as the Attorney General pointed out, 1964, this is a copy of the advertisement. There's nowhere in the law that says the Attorney General select people for silk. I consulted him. He consulted the Chief Justice. I got the outcome of that consultation. I discussed with a lot of people. But nowhere in the law does it say the Attorney General is appointing silk. I am constantly cognizant of the oath that I took, which says that I will act without fear, without favor, without malice, and without ill will. That is a requirement taken under oath by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I took that oath.
Is there any ties? Was there any discussion behind closed doors? And why the hell the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago did not have consultation with the present Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago? Why? Was it because the Prime Minister stepped in? Why? So that is something that Trinidad and Tobago needs to hear. Why involve the Prime Minister? Why involve the Prime Minister? He added, it did not depend on who their family is, but the standing of the person and their professionalism, integrity. But now, the President and her husband are being attacked.
When I go to hold discussions or consultations on this matter, it's in that context where I would want to know where the individuals stand in their profession, not who their family is, not who they're married to, not who is their cousin, uncle, brother. What is the standing? And that's number one. And of course, I told you about other considerations that are required, not the least of which is total professional integrity. So when professional integrity is one of the requirements, that will explain why we had a problem when our sitting Prime Minister could recommend herself, I presume, if this process was used, recommend yourself to the President and say, me, leaving hundreds outside, as they are left out now, and then come and talk now about attacking the President because the President's husband, who I have not heard a single comment negative about his professional capacity or record.
You know, I love how he said that we are attacking the President. Nobody's attacking the President, you know. I am not attacking the President. But why didn't the Law Association members had consultation with the Attorney General? Why? Why did they refuse to have consultation? We're talking about awarding lawyers the silk. What do I have to do with the Prime Minister? What? Huh? What strategy was used? What strategy was used? This is what we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, wants to know. Dr. Rowley said, family or familiar connection was not a consideration, but the category associated with selecting members. Listen to the PM.
If there are questions about my decision about the people's professional capacity, integrity, or capabilities, then I think those are valid. But if you're talking about it on the basis as to who, I will simply say this evening, familial connection was not a consideration. It was item number one, your standing professional eminence and distinction with respect to being a leader in your profession, and the other 6 categories. That's what it was.
So Trinidad and Tobago. He also noted that it was his signature on the document. But the opposition was asking the president to break the law when they know that the president has no part in the decision. Listen, this important part.
I know for a fact that my signature as Prime Minister is on that document with a covering letter asking the president to do what the Constitution says should be done. Who are they to tell the president that she must break the law to please them? To please them. This country is not a banana republic. It is a country that is run under a written constitution. And it is just outright wrong for parliamentarians to so mislead the country on a regular basis. Even going as far as to lie, to say that this is the first time the Prime Minister is appointing Silk, and obviously there's something funny about this time. That is what they're going on platform and calling press conference, inviting the president to do. And knowing full well that the president has nothing to do with who is selected, why then are they telling our children that the president...
Come on, short break, but when we come back, legal fees not going into the AG's pocket after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this now. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has slammed the UNC for suggesting that the president's relative with Silk should not get state briefs. He explained that because there are a few senior counsels, and there is need to go to court, so frequently briefs are going to a few people. Now, these few people are selected, hand-picked people by the Prime Minister. Only remember that. However, he said, there may be a legal cartel in their office, as the UNC filed 65 lawsuits during the pandemic and all required expensive lawyers, since legal support isn't cheap. Listen to this.
I've heard one former minister of government in the opposition saying that there is a legal cartel in the AG office. No, sir. Public service wouldn't allow that. There might be a legal cartel in their office because the men of straw representing them coming out on all kinds of matters, including, if my memory serves me right, 65 lawsuits during the pandemic, suing the nurses, the doctors, the Prime Minister, the Attorney General, the Minister, in the middle of a pandemic. We are the only country in the world where I know this has happened. We have to be fighting in the hospital, fighting in the health center, and fighting in the court while COVID raging. And every single one of those lawsuits require expensive lawyers going to court, because you all know, if you ever had anything to do with lawyers and the court, that legal support is not cheap.
Now, viewers, the PM added that the state cannot go to court with monkeys, as they should have the best lawyers, and assured that the lawyer's fee aren't ending up in the pockets of the AGs and his associates. Listen to this.
As Carlos and Phillips say, you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. The state cannot go to court with monkeys. You have to go with the best lawyers available, because if the state loses some of these cases, every time a murderer is convicted and he appeals, and that goes to the Privy Council, at every step of the proceedings, from the arrest to the Privy Council's visit, the first and the second, that comes up being paid for by the Office of the Attorney General. The one thing I could tell you, the concern in this government is not one of paying the fees, because that is a given. The state has to pay its legal fees, and I hope that those fees are reasonable. But the one thing that we're not having to fight with this government is that the fees are not ending up in the pockets of the Attorney General and his associates. That much I could tell you.
So now Trinidad and Tobago. Meanwhile, the government has racked up a staggering $1 billion plus in legal fees to be paid to 109 attorneys since it took office in 2015. Some of those attorneys will also be bestowed with the title of senior counselor early this week. This was revealed to activist Ravi Balgobin Maharaj in a series of Freedom of Information application sent to the government ministry through the Freedom Law Chamber, headed by former Attorney General Anand Ram Logan. So $1 billion plus ended up in 109 attorneys, some of who got silk. Imagine that, eh? Look at money being spent. Look at money being spent, but the treasury have no money. The finance minister cannot allocate money to fix the road in Trinidad and Tobago, while we paying taxes. Imagine that, eh? Imagine that. So the more you all tell me, Saieed, you're bashing the government, let me tell you something. This government spending money everywhere else but roads in your community. Why only say something now? Why only say something when all your MPs are showing up in all the community? Why only say something when all the council are showing up in all the community? Why only say something when every time you go down in a pothole, you bend every man, you burst a tire? Why only say something when you bust a shock? Why only in protest? Electricity going up just now, followed by water rate. Where's it going to happen? Groceries going to go up. How come nobody are protesting? Everybody who love to go against side, oh, you're bashing and you're bashing and you're bashing. Just now you'll be eating salt fish. Alone. Call a good night.
Good Good evening, Saieed. How are you?
I good. Go right ahead.
Good evening to the nation as well. I want to say something. You see, this nation, they are not coming forward to the right thing. Everything else is their priority for them. But already everybody making a business to wine and prance and dance. When it's the right thing, they're not coming to protest and do the right thing in this nation. They're encouraging that bobby head to take advantage, and the government is bringing on this country as low as the white line. Prayers is help, yes, but when we pray, you gotta help yourself and help others as well. If you don't help the nation will grow. It will just go. Right? Have a blessed night and keep doing the good work and looking handsome as you are.
Thank you, my dear. So Trinidad and Tobago, before we go for our commercial break, the Prime Minister said Trinidad and Tobago should not be run by lying politicians or those in Parliament or words similar to those. Listen to this video.
The government is not closing down Petrotrin. And in case you were just opening your fridge and you didn't hear that when you closed the door, let me repeat it. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
That is a reminder to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. This is just facts I am bringing to you, you know. Call a good night.
Good night, Said. I would like you to answer two questions from this, sir. Is it payback time for the independent senators to put our current president there? You know, I see one or two of them get award with silk. Do you think, sir, I would like you to address this concern publicly. If we have this gentleman, senior counsel STVREALTAK, as the president, do you think these appointments would have gone through?
Nah.
Do you think the PNM could have done what they done?
No.
He's a no-nonsense man, you know. He's absolute no-nonsense man who would have called a spade a spade. How is it possible, sir? How is it possible that you could award these people, sir, knowing, based on the advice of the Prime Minister, knowing the kind of discriminatory nature of this Prime Minister, sir? How could that happen in the past? In the past, people were given based on their success in court, for example, Mr. Anand Ramlogan and all of them. How is it now? Everybody knows that. Why is this man getting away with all these things, sir? Is this, we should definitely change the name of independent senator as a government senator, sir, because it's payback time. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Trinidad and Tobago, I asked this question. If Christine Kangaloo has not been or have not been appointed as the president of Trinidad and Tobago, do you think they would have selected her husband and brother to get Silk Award? Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to start our public concerns night tonight because it's Wednesday night.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, it's our Public Concerns Night. I just want to remind you that Real Talk Credit Union Information is offering you the opportunity to open a savings account, also a US account. Remember, Real Talk is giving you 4% on fixed deposits. Remember that, viewers. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago is offering you that. Better benefits, more cash, better reward on your savings. Imagine that, eh? Nowhere in our country you are getting that. Nowhere. So, Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez has outlined a plan to improve the water supply in Mayaro. He stated that his ministry is looking to drill wells in this area in order to target 1 million gallons of water to improve water supplies.
That very soon we will commence a robust well development program, MP. We are looking to drill about 5 or 6 wells in the Mayaro area, targeting 1 million gallons of water for this region. And we believe that if we get this 1 million gallons of water, it will improve significantly your supply of water, bringing you closer to a 24/7 water supply.
Now, viewers, the minister noted that his ministry is committed to ensuring the lives of Mayaro residents are improved. He's making sure, he's going to make sure of this. Gonzalez stated that his ministry is also looking to invest in a small desal plant in order to secure a proper water supply for the next 20 years.
And in the second instance, we are going to look at the possibility of investing in a small packaged water treatment plant, perhaps a small desal plant, which can increase again your water production that can give you a secure water future, not only for next year or the next 2 years or the next 5 years, but for the next 20 years.
Trinidad and Tobago, the amount of money passed through our country, or the amount of money our country have, we're supposed to have at least 2 or 3 desalination water treatment plants set up throughout Trinidad and Tobago, just to make sure that every citizen in our country has water 24/7. Imagine that, eh? So, I want to ask Marvin Gonzalez a question. Since he is the Minister of Public Utilities, now this is for public knowledge, eh? And this is also a public concern. Can Marvin Gonzalez come out and tell the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, or the tax-paying citizens of our country that contributes to his benefit, can he let us know how much or how many government office is owing TNTech and how much they are owing? This is a public concern, viewers. Caller, good night.
Night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeed, I know we're through, so I just want to make 2 quick points on the previous discussion on the silk. You know, if Christine Kangaloo was smart, she should have taken 2 days sick leave and go to Tobago and allow our acting president to make the appointment. It will look better.
Hey, you're a smart man.
That's the first point. The second point is Israel Khan has taken the government, well, the process to court, for the court to determine if it is correct for the Prime Minister to make those recommendations or not. So what the Prime Minister and Christine Kangaloo and the others have done, they rush and do the 17 before the court give a judgment out of fear that if the court give a judgment that a more independent body is supposed to do it, they will not get to nominate the friend and family and so on. That is why they rush and do it before the court give the judgment.
Now, I believe the court have the power and the authority to revoke.
Well, yes, the court, but the court normally wouldn't give a retroactive judgment.
No, they may not give a retrial, but at the end of the day, when they do all their research and analyze whatever it is, they have the power to revoke appointments.
All right, we will see.
Let's just hope that is what takes place. Because to be honest, I feel the Prime Minister overstepped his boundaries.
Well, if the law permitted him to do it, well, he did it, but as I say, they did it in a rush, out of fear.
Why the rush? Yes, yes.
Yeah, why the rush? Yes.
Thank you for raising the question, my friend. Bad roads in Malik. Residents of 6th Avenue, Malik, 10th Street, are calling for assistance to repair a street in their area. According to residents, LSA were doing repairs to the neighborhood house, and they brought a backhoe which damaged the road, making it slightly impassable. So viewers, if LSA is responsible for this, why are they not repairing the road or repairing the damages that they did? Why? Look at the damage on the road. According to residents, the LSA backhoe did these damages. Sad, you know. It's sad. It's like what's that digging up a paved road? Let me tell you something. Our country is too small for the volume of money to be passing through ministries. And we have roads in bad condition. We're too small for that. We have a pitch lake in Trinidad, for God and heaven's sake. Do you think China is the only country to benefit from our pitch lake? Why can't we benefit from it? So we're going up to Tabakit. Residents of Diaz Road in Tabakit are appealing for assistance to repair a broken bridge. The residents fear that as the rainy season approaches, it may deteriorate and become impassable. You have picture the bridge? Nope. 4 families at Hodge Trace, St. Augustine, are calling on the Tunapuna Regional Corporation to repair a gigantic hole which is undermining the foundation of the road as well as one property. Pensioner Julian stated that he has been speaking to officials at the corporation since June 9, 2022 with the hope of repairing could be done. The road falls under the jurisdiction of the corporation. He explained that a team of officials, including corporation engineer, visited the site this year and agreed it was dangerous. So he visited the site. Julian said the drainage also needs urgent work as it has already started eroding his property, which bordered the surface drain. Contacted for comment, the chairman of the Tunapuna Regional Corporation, Kwesi Robinson, said he became aware of the problem on February 12, 2023. Wait now, this is the Tunapuna area? The man made the complaint since June 9, 2022. And the chairman of the corporation in Tunapuna only realized that problem February 12, 2023. He just came back from a long vacation. He noted that once the repair are done, WASA will have to be called in to ensure the infrastructure is not impacted. Robinson reiterated that he has already taken steps to fix the road issues at Hodge Trace, nothing that the construction works will begin soon. So this man, put back up that picture, this man decided to do his own thing. After making a report, let me tell you something, the 9th, we in May month, the 9th of June, actually we are in the 11th month of the report. Nothing has been done. The chairman now, only on the 12th of February, he became aware of it. So from June to January, he didn't know anything about it. And this is happening in St. Augustine. Imagine that, eh? Imagine that. Hey, let me tell you something. We have a call. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Topic. As you talk about the president, you understand? And you say if she wasn't the president, his family couldn't be in that position. That is correct. Understand? And then another thing, the conference the other day they had, and talking about things with Big Stone from or about the way to tell the Prime Minister. You understand? And listen to me, that money could have taken and help do something in the country. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they don't care about the country. Look, you're throwing a big hole in the road there. You understand? Look, the backup pass and much of the people road.
Yes.
What kind of management this country have? This country have no management. You understand? They can't even manage their home. Rowley is not a prime minister, he's a crime minister. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going straight down to Penal Residence wants LSA to help with a landslide after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grooney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now remember viewers, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Grab the opportunity, viewers, while it lasts. Don't miss out one of the greatest investment that you will ever come across in Trinidad and Tobago, where you are getting 4% on a fixed deposit. Don't miss the opportunity, because it may never come around again. 4%, where are you getting that? Ask yourself, where are you getting $4,000 interest on $100,000 per year? Where? Nowhere in Trinidad. Nowhere. Down to Penal. Following a landslide on Ramlal Street, Penal, 5 months ago, one home has crumbled. 3 more are at risk. And the road is impassable. With the rainy season approaching, residents are calling on the Land Settlement Agency to rectify the issue before the situation worsens. One resident complained that her son has to park his vehicle at the neighbor's home because the dirt has covered almost 3/4 of the road, or most of the road, leaving barely a footpath to their homes. Imagine that, viewers. He said the landslide occurred on November 28th after days of heavy rainfall, and since then they have been asking the LSA to help them. LSA have backhoe. You all just heard LSA have backhoe to go up in just now, Just now. The LSA has backhoe to go into 6th Avenue, Malik and Barataria to cause damages to our road. But they don't have backhoe to go down to Penal to help them grade the road. You see Bacchanal? Let's see Bacchanal, viewers. They have a backhoe to go up in Malik, but they can't send the backhoe down in Penal to grade a road that is almost impassable. Let's say all that damn slack. Lackadaisical. All that damaging road, but all that can't create a road? Residents pleading out to all here, and that's what they're doing. Shame on those. Shame on those who govern the LSA. Penal Councillor Shanti Bodram said the LSA informed them that they were in process of drawing up designs for a retaining wall, but now funding is an issue. Hey, they don't need a wall. They need the road clean. All they're planning for a wall? When that wall coming? When water's overflow? No, when Trinidad end up in the ocean, all they will build a wall. They want the road to pass on now. Come on, man, stop the lackadaisical thinking. I should have managers and supervisors and engineers in LSA. You will tell me, one common man can pick up a backhoe, a machine operator, he can pick up a backhoe and just go and grade the road? How you call that? Lackadaisical, lack of performance, lack of thinking, lack of judgment also. But then again, maybe the engineers and them had to sit down and draw a plan on how a man should sit down on a backhoe and grade a road. Hey boy, high class what? Slackness. In a response on the issue, LSA Chief Executive Officer Mr. Hazard Hussain, stated that planning geotechnological work and design for the retaining wall were 95% complete, and the tender for the project should be out in about a week or so. Let me tell you something. Rainy season coming. If funding became not available for you to put up all your wall, only going and grade the road for the people to pass, come now man, all the executive, they all had degree for what? All I had degree to show all foolish? Common sense, grade the damn road while all planning. So the people that are sitting in the house while all planning, boy, all don't see head or what? No wonder why we are where we are today. Nowhere. Call a good night.
How are you going?
I good, Captain. Go right ahead.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you.
This LSA, they need some help in LSA. I don't know what's going on with LSA. They're doing destruction all over. I call it from Upper 10th Street, 6th Avenue, Malik. Damage the road, fixing a house, which did some good. All of a sudden now, they can't fix the road. Promises after promises after promises for the longest while. Same thing to do with the people at Penal. This LSA causing destruction all over, and the people is not answering what's going on, not telling them we need a hearing and use the proper man to deal with them.
Look up in Malik, look what happened.
Yeah, because they came to fix the house and they damaged the whole road and they promised us week after week they go and start it and they never did. LSA have a bunch of liars also. They're lying to the people. I'm very disappointed. Very, very disappointed in these people. Look at the road, Mr. Saeed.
Look at that, look at that.
Yeah, and we have because we can't even move on the road and they promised to fix that. The piece of concrete you're seeing there, we spent money from our own pockets to just fix that part. And they are not doing nothing about it. It's very sad. We reach a stage now we're desperate. We need some help.
So,
people that say, I don't know what to say about it.
What do you think about the people them down in Penal they need a backhoe to grade the road and LSA refuse to go down?
This is what I'm saying. The backhoe coming by us up here and damaging the road. I won't need the backhoe, they're not sending it down there. Right? I don't know. I don't know what to say, Mr. Saeed.
Well, thank you, my friend, for highlighting the issues. Let me tell you something. Trinidad could be a better place, you know. Trinidad could be a better place, but we too blasted lazy. We too lackadaisical thinking. We don't want to come out and work. Hey, hear this now. The government working on an amendment legislation and they're also working on documents where you can stay home and work now, you know. That's what the government working on, you know. Let me tell you something. When they're supposed to be out in the field working to make sure that the work is done properly. For instance, when contractors do road, supervisors from the Ministry of Works and Transport supposed to be on site to pass the road and make sure the road is not like a back road where it has no paved material in it. These men are getting paid to make sure the road is smooth and not like my ROC. Now they're working on documents now where you can stay home and work. Let me tell you something. All of them should get sugar. I'm telling you, they should get sugar. They should get sickness. Oh, Saeed, a Muslim, don't say that. They're damn lackadaisical. You're lazy. You have no other way to put it. You're damn lazy. You should get sugar sitting down home. All your kidneys should fail all year. You know why? You want to sit down home and work. No wonder why we are a failed state. Nothing functions at 100% in our country. How many people we have? 1.4 million people. 1.4 million people. And we cannot get nothing right in our country. Absolutely nothing. Let's say something now. If it's falling again, get up in the morning, put on a tall boot, get a watering pan or use your hose and water it. That is why I just tell human beings and I just make it bold and brave. I just work 15, 16, 17 hours a day. And let me tell you something. When you tell yourself you're going to rob me on the road, when you tell yourself you're going to jump my fence, and when you tell yourself, oh, Saeed is a money lender, he have money, we go kidnap him, we go hijack him, we go rob him, bet your last dollar. You as an individual will see a way in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something, they're asking you, not telling you, bet your last dollar. You will be sitting down in your mother's house. I even know when it's daylight from night. Until God say, you know what? I will take your life. You feel like making joke? Bold and brave, I say it on TV. I don't care if all say Saeed is a Muslim. You're not supposed to be doing that. And you're going against your religion. When you rob me, it have anything like religion. When I work in 17 hours a day, there no religion there. It have hard work. That is what it have. It have achievement. It have sacrifice. That is what it have. Hard work has not more religion. Buying a car has not more religion. Eating healthy and dressing nice has nothing to do with religion. Jump my fence and I will show you the kind of human being I am. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago has some Some man that they say is bad, man. You know all the bad, they're bad. Them are going and cross side gap. All the bad, they're bad. Them are going and run down on side. Because the last statement I made about almost 2.5 years back, when they tried to kidnap my son, I will do it again the next time you come after my family. Let me tell you something. Bandit they don't you know. Bandits smart too bad. You think they want to sit down in their house at the age of 20, blind for the next 40 years? No. You think they want to hand to the kid? No. You think they want to pass in the road saying, why are you upside? You think they want to do that? No, bandit. Watch me. Are you feeling this joke I'm making? I may be one of the only smart in Trinidad and Tobago to come out on a platform and say these things without fear. Without fear. That's what I always say. When you're coming outside, know the guy you're coming after. Because God knows what you're planning. And I will hear what you want to do, man. And willfully you can't get an accident on the highway. You think that behind me? No, that behind me. You should have known who you're coming after. Minister of Works and Transport, Rohan Sinanan, have stated that designs for the repair to the Manzalina Mayara Road are complete. And a note is currently before Cabinet for its approval. He said the ministry should invite tenders for the road construction project in the next 2 weeks. Once the process goes well, work should begin within a month or a month and a half. Well, the ministry built a 10-kilometer bypass road costing $14 million to restore traffic flow. When last time I went up there? When last time I went up there to see the road? After that, washout you see in there, they spent $14 million to build a road. We could have picture the road they built. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. They built a road and they call it a gravel road. A gravel road. Blockage like that. But then say what? So Trinidad and Tobago, hear this. I wonder how much it's going to cost now to pave the road after spending $14 million. After spending $14 million on building a gravel road, how much it is going to cost to pave? Well, let's hear what Sinanan have to say. But nevertheless, viewers, we are out of time for tonight. There's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And hopefully we'll be right back here for Bacchanal Thursday. Keep wondering what is in store. Remember, 4% at Real Talk, the highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago, or as a matter of fact in any financial institution. Until we meet again, be safe and enjoy.